I have a prediction. The prediction came from the Moses account. In the Bible, there's divisions like these parashah divisions. This is just an old traditional method of dividing out the Torah account, which is the first 5 books of the Bible. Nit, N-I-T-S-A-V-I-M, Nitzavim, Nitzavim, whatever way you want to say it. Look it up. If you think you're too busy to look it up, that's too bad. Well, it's in Deuteronomy account. It is teaching the people. It tells that there are strangers among the children of Israel, or like foreigners or something. They were allowed to be within the Torah account, or like being a participant. That means any nation could be a part of the Israel account, whether people realize it or not. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I just recently saw this video that says that single parents are more likely to have troubles with their children, raising their children. And I'm like, I'm not surprised. I have heard of people adopting as a single parent. I know what it is to have a spouse that grew up in a single parent household, and it was aunts and mother, their grandmother and other things that helped raise a child. So sometimes, yeah, the parent can't handle things and someone else has to take over. Okay, our human nature is sheep-natured. We have dependency. Dependency is everywhere in many different ways. Okay. Even when you go to Walmart, you're still dependent. You hope that the workers at Walmart aren't going to threaten you or something. So, or other customers aren't going to threaten you. So everyone has a dependency anyhow, no matter what. As children, you really don't know everything. Underage, there's different brackets, There's under 3 months dependency, then it divides itself into like under 18 months, and then it divides itself into 3 years and under, so the 2-year-olds. Okay, then up to like 6 years old and under, so on and so forth. Adolescents, 21 and under. Okay, then there's the other vulnerable adults. Okay, everyone has dependency. In the Nitzavim account, it says everyone could be inclusive in the children of Israel. Doesn't matter your nation. But we aren't Jewish. We aren't Israel. We aren't going to go to Israel, or we don't support Israel right now. We're Christians. That doesn't work. You have to be a part of the pattern. If you say you're Christian, you're godly, or whatever, you have to have the Moses account to make the Bible work. So you need the Deuteronomy account, and it says the children of Israel had strangers in their midst, which was okay. Okay. But later on, like in Ezra and Nehemiah, things like that, it says they shouldn't be marrying foreign wives. So sometimes the Old Testament kind of goes like this. It puts a balance beam in there. Okay, clearly, when you want to study World War II history, you really, really want to study it, you'll find out that all of those wicked people hated the Moses account. Every single time, 100% guaranteed. And today, we're living in this colorful flag whirlwind. And I said, are they really good people? You have to really look at it. Only God is sinless. He sent his son. Okay, only the Moses account is available for explaining what sinlessness is and what is sin. Okay, so I'm like sitting here like whatever. Man has problems no matter what. There's dirt problems. That was in Judah. Look at the storyline of Judah. Judah had a little dirt problem, but God used Judah. Isn't that funny? God is so strange in how he does things, but he does it his own way. It's not man's way. It's not Laura's. It's not my way. Okay. Judah had seen a woman, basically the eyes Man still has eyes. He sees features on so and so. Man does good or bad things with that woman. It all depends. The only one sinless was Jesus. Remember that. Okay? There's different godly people involved in various ways. Solomon, no, he had many wives. Samson in the Bible, he was had a womanizing problem. So there were dirt problems in the Bible. That's not a mystery. You should know what that is. Abraham did the right thing. He protected his own features woman. Okay, whatever. So God used Judah, who had a womanizing issue somewhere in there. All right. Today, Americans, listen, you are not better than the children of Israel. When you cater to single parenthood, you actually believe in it, you cater to it. Okay. Or various sexuality patterns which lead to the single parenthood thing. I'm not saying you can't do it as a single parent. I'm saying it's more difficult to get morally right in his eyes, upstairs man's eyes. Okay. Because the DNA pattern is known by the biological father, and biological mother. Okay. And the highest abuse rates are in mixing things up too much. Basically, new boyfriend in our local area. There was a new boyfriend involved, and there was a young child in the house. I'm like, you're getting a little mixed up there, clearly. Okay. So, yeah. Um, Elderly people are vulnerable. Where's the highest abuse rates? Probably in the mixed up households. Many different um, spouse patterns. And then they get older, and eventually this stuff shows up. The more the dirt stuff means more problems. Okay. When the person eventually gets old. Okay. I'm not saying it can't ever clear, but when things are out of control, they're out of control. And sometimes there's only so much you can actually fully do for the human community. We should be thankful that in the NITS, NITSAVIM, Nitzavim account, it says the strangers were included in Israel. I'm not saying you have to go and follow Judaism. You can pay attention to the patterns of Judaism. That's fine. Okay, they put menorahs out. They put, the doorpost. They say to put a marker on their doorposts to help people remember the Torah account. Okay, it's like a miniature Torah scroll in the doorpost. Okay, and to remember the Passover theme. Okay, that makes sense. It's a cultural pattern. They've been doing it for years. Why aren't the Christian ideas picking up on what that means? I don't know. It's not negative. It's neutral. Parashah reading definitely should be a part of the Christian pattern. You should be knowing the Moses account stuff. You can't trust any theologian that says they love God and they're pointing people to God's word, but they hate the Hebrew language. They hate the patterns of Israel. You can't trust any theologian like that. It doesn't work. It's like trusting a physician that hates working with blood. I mean, you can't literally be a physician unless you are willing to work with blood. Makes no sense. Okay. So you can't trust theologians that do not want to work with the Moses account, don't want to work with Israel content, Hebrew language, things like that. You can't ever trust them. It doesn't work. You wouldn't work with a skilled mathematician that doesn't like calculus problems that are beyond the general population. I wouldn't consider them a skilled mathematician. It's kind of like things like that. Okay. Anyway, pay attention. I am still learning. Laura's still learning. Laura does not know everything in the Bible, but I kind of get the general framework and what we need to focus on. The patterns of nature do not change. The patterns of human nature do not change. You say that you can do whatever you want with marriage beliefs. I have other videos on that. I say, I don't think so. there's many happier divorced people than there are GAY people. They're happier. Okay. It depends. And I'm not saying I'm promoting single parenthood. I'm just saying I've seen these things in the fruits. Okay. Um, Usually the victims of child abuse are, in the single parent household and the child is underage, I don't know, 6, 12, depends on what you're talking about. Okay. So, anyway, I just thought I'd let you know how to think about things. It's not about you, it's about the creator and his resource. He gave us the resource. Pay attention. Thank you. Bye.